Hello, everybody. We have completed another level 6 somehow, some way. This is a newer track that Dave just made. And sorry if I'm sniffling during this video. I'm actually quite ill. But, anyways, the name of this track is Tantrum. And I believe it's a level 6 because of CPs 4, 6, and 7. They were just ridiculously hard compared to like the first three checkpoints. Because the first three, they are like pretty short and really technical still, but um, the length of these checkpoints gets to absurd lengths like later on in this, and the consistency that is required later on. Like I've noticed that's a pretty big theme. Like going from like even level fours to fives, and now fives to sixes. It's a lot more consistency involved, and the techniques, like you don't really get that many chances to try to you know succeed at whatever the checkpoint is. Fortunately for this track, I was able to have like a ton of saves on it, and that, I mean, is like a skill of itself, is learning how to do saves properly, and getting that down is really important. I think progressing into level sixes. But that go for any type of ninja level, honestly. I think it's really important to stay motivated, especially on tracks that really challenge you like this. And we were actually talking about motivation while I was playing this track, and someone was asking me about how how am I able to, or like how are higher level ninja players able to like consistently challenge themselves with tracks that they time out on. And basically, what I talked about was finding tracks that I really enjoyed, even if I do struggle on them. Like, that's just what I'm all about. I just love to play tracks that push me beyond um, what my skills are. But, like, in the same sense, I'm playing these tracks that I'm able to succeed at the checkpoint still. It just takes me a little bit of time to practice it. I don't feel like I would like the grind nearly as much, and I didn't a while back, like a year ago. I was grinding out really hard level fives, and trying to go into level sixes, and I don't think I was nearly close enough to like, I don't know, get like so many checkpoints done at the level six range. Like it was too much of a grind. I didn't feel like I was progressing anywhere, and you got to find that balance of a track where you are improving. It's just taking a lot more focus than you'd usually have. Some other things that motivate me are playing tracks that like I find really enjoyable, tracks that are really weird, that have like some insane techniques that I've never seen before, or reworking techniques in a way that I find refreshing. I think tracks that require the newer techniques and stuff I haven't seen before can be, I don't know, like you could just constantly go back to that track and feel like you're learning something new every time, until maybe you make a track yourself that's like that. Pushing yourself into these really hard tracks, it can help by having individual checkpoints and plus CPs, so you could practice and kind of get that muscle memory down, which I believe is another really big skill. I think muscle memory can come more naturally to others, but yeah, I think it's a technique that a lot of people don't like really realize the importance of until you've put hours upon days upon maybe years into a certain subject. The next point I want to bring up is streaming. I think that helps me a lot because I feel like I'm helping motivate others to play stuff that maybe they're not comfortable with, and like that's basically my goal of streaming, is to inspire others to push themselves, whatever skill range that they are. I don't want to put down anybody for being lower leveled, you know. And I think the Trials community is small enough as it is right now, and I don't want to scare people away for just being a dick and telling them like, "Oh, you're never going to be able to reach this certain ninja level. You just don't have it in you." Like, that's bullshit. Everybody has it in them, but they have a different progression rate. And some people don't have the same motivation as others. Some people don't have the same like natural skill as others, but you can work at it. Is what I just really want to emphasize. I think pushing my own limits is extremely fun and rewarding, and I know some people find different ways of pushing themselves with, speed running, with building, and if I was able to beat like everything on the first try, I'd get really fucking bored. I would just like be so bored with this game because I'm here for the challenge. I'm here for the frustration and the type of accomplishment that I receive after I have been struggling on a track for, even if it's like a couple of times, a dozen times, 30 plus times for timing out. Like that's what I'm all about is that rush I get when I finally do succeed. So one more thing I want to talk about for motivation is I think it's really important to go back and to PB tracks. I think a lot of people can attest to this of how they've progressed through tougher and tougher ninjas for themselves is that before you can move on to say ninja level 1s, go back and do the extremes and try to get whatever it is, platinum medal, diamond medal if you want, and get that consistency down before you move on to the next level. Whenever I see a giant PB, if I go back to a track, maybe a month or two later, and I'm taking off, half the time, half the faults, like I am experiencing a lot of improvement and it's a big confidence boost. So that's one of the pro strats. Definitely go back and PB some stuff. You will become a god in no time. I was really pumped that I was able to beat this level because it took me around 3 timeouts to get this one. The last checkpoint was like just insanity. Honestly, one of the hardest checkpoints I've done on Rising so far. I timed out twice, right at the end, and then I timed out once in the middle, like around CP like 4 or 5, I think. As a final note, always remember to enjoy the grind. If you're not having fun, you are probably not playing as well as you could be. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary and really hope that it helps people progress most of all. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one, and hopefully see you in the stream.